Well, Happy New Year to everyone. Hope your year's starting off good. Uh, I'm out here in the yard today. I mean, we've been having some bad weather, raining and stuff. I'm not really going to be able to do much at all out here. I really want to get started on my coop and start getting ready for my meat birds and all. But let me show you what's going on in here with the quail. They're doing good. I have I mean, if y'all remember in the video right here, I got some. This is actually going to be the my brooder box. Actually, but when I'm finished, I got to fix this up. It's just I had to do things temporarily while we went out of town, and getting the bottom one done. That's going to be my grow box. But over here is the cages I'm doing for my breeders, and I got two of them set up. Right now I have a male and five females with each one right now, and that's what I got going right now. No eggs yet. I mean, they're still a little on the young side. I think we got another week probably before I start seeing eggs, but I'm just kind of getting that set up. I got two more cages at the bottom I got to get finished up. I'm making the pans because I got some metal in the back, and I'm just making my own pans right now. In the future, if I have to make any more cages, I'm going to be out of that metal, so I'll purchase more metal, or you can buy pans, and then I'll do that, and then make my cages to the size for the pans to fit. But that wasn't the case with this. That's why I went ahead and built my cages, and so that's what's going on right now. I have two breeders set up. I got the two males with 5 females in it, and in here I actually have 14 males. So this is going to be my freezer, my meat for the freezer here. I'll still let them grow for another couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Let them grow and get them going. The little water is in there that I did. I don't know if you could see it. Let me see if I can maybe get you to see it. The little water cups in there, working really well, working real good, working real good. I had 3 in there. I took one off. I put one in this side here, and then on this side right now I'm just using that little waterer there because the guy that the feed store where I get the water from, he's closed. He'll be open this weekend. He was closed through the holidays. It's a mom and pop's feed store, and so he's closed for the holidays and for the New Year's. So I'll get there this weekend or beginning of next week and get me some more cups and get everything settled. I have another container up here that's water, and to feed the cups. That's water there to feed the cups, and right now what I have here, I have these in here. This is for the right here. I can feed fill these things up with about 3 days of food, 4 days of food for them, and so it's working out fine. I was today, but not because of the weather. Probably tomorrow I'm going to be getting this cage ready to move them down here so I can get this brooder box fixed up, and because I want to be able to set lights to be able to heat it and all that. Now on top of that, I'm going to be very soon, because when they start laying eggs, I mean, you got to within 18 days the eggs can start hatching. So I need an incubator. So I'm going to be building one. I'm going to be making one. I'll show you guys how I make one. There's several things I've been looking at. I've been looking on YouTube. And usually, like what I do, I watch quite a few videos and people on YouTube and what they're doing. And then I modify whatever I have to meet what I need here. And that's what you could do too. Just because I might do something a certain way, or somebody might do something a certain way, you don't have to do it exactly like that. You have to be creative and modify it to meet your needs, and what you got going. Because everybody does things a little differently. Everybody's lives are different, and you have to build things according to your life. And you always need to be thinking, what if I have to go away for a week or two? Can my animals survive for that long at least, or more than that? You might be someone who still has a job, and you might be going a month at a time, and you still want to do this. Well, there's ways. You need to just figure out how you can keep your animals with water and food for the amount of time that you're gone. It's very possible to do, guys. Just use your thinking. Um, Now, what happened with me was, I was monitoring the birds, the quail, and and I saw what they were eating. What I had set up, they was eating in 4 days. So when we were going out of town, I just added another pipe on top, and I doubled it and gave them 8 days of food. When we got back in 5 days, it was empty, and the birds had doubled in size. So I wasn't even considering that, but thank God we came home when we did, because I think they had just run out. It wasn't like they'd been out of food for a day or two. No, I just think they just ran out, and so so that's another thing that I got to keep in mind. Plus, I had 26 birds in one cage. That's why that happened. So now, when I have everything divided up, I can supply each cage a lot easier with a week's supply of food if I would happen to go out of town for a week. When we go on vacation, we never go more than a week. And when I say a week, it's usually 5 days, not even 7. So once I get everything really finished up here and divided up, it'd be very simple for me to leave a week's worth of food with them. As far as the water seems to last weeks. You fill one of these up. I mean, when I came back, it was halfway full. So they only drank half of 5-gallon bucket. 26 of them only drank half of a 5-gallon bucket in 5 days. So once this breaks down, um, and if it gets where they're drinking more water, hey, I'll double up on the buckets. That's not a problem. Buckets are cheap. All that's cheap to buy. Your water lines, all that stuff. So if I got to do 2 buckets on each thing, I'll do it. Whatever it takes. So anyway, guys, just want to kind of give you an update on that. I'm going to be working on the chicken coop soon. I got several things I'm going to be working on: chicken coop, greenhouse, and getting my incubator made. So this is three projects I have that I have to really get going. Plus, also, before spring comes, I want to be able to cut a bunch of this down here. I got to clear a lot of this out back here. I need to get a lot of this cleared out, and then along the fence, I got to do something with that, because this year we had so much poison ivy growing. That's all poison ivy vines. So I'm going to get rid of that some kind of way. I got to figure out what to do. If you've got any ideas how to get rid of it, and it seems like this is the time to try to do it, man, give me a comment or something. Let me know what's the best way to get rid of it. Now, I know you could dig it up by the roots and all that, but it's actually on the other side. It's in my neighbor's yard, and so I'm not going to be going over there digging nothing up. So if there's a way that I can get to it from here. Now, I could cut all that off, and I did that like 2 years ago, and it worked fine, but then I didn't do nothing last year, and it really grew big, because I think because I trimmed it. Usually on weeds, when you cut it, two things sprout out from where you cut, and it really filled up this fence more than it's ever been. I'm still going to probably cut it. I just have to keep up with it, keep it cut down. But anyway, if you have any suggestions how to get rid of it, other than digging it up, let me know. I know they have things you can spray. I don't mind spraying it. I just don't want to have that stuff overspray on my food that I have growing here. So if there's another way to do it besides spraying it with Roundup, weed killer, and all that stuff, please let me know. Please let me know. I'd like to know, and that would help me out greatly, guys. All right, so yeah, things are still growing. We've been eating a lot out of the garden. A lot of excuse me, a lot of lettuce and cabbage and the bok choy. Well, we done harvested all our bok choy. This was my first year growing bok choy. We love it, you guys, and so I'm thinking on ways to increase all of that for next year, and so uh, and that's something you got to do too. You know, when you find something you really like, and there's got to you know, you should always be thinking of ways to increase your food because it's a drag when you run out. You know. So anyway, guys. All right. So I just wanted to give you that update. Again, here's my coop. I'm going to be doing some dividing in here to make me a place to put meat chickens. And again, you only raise those for 6 to 8 weeks. You slaughter them, and then I'm gonna make it where I can open it up again. See, right now I don't know if you could see in there, but I have a section back there, and I can close that off. And like when I get new chickens and I want to acclimate them to the flock here, I'll put them in there for a while and let them get used to everything. You can see it back there with the red. I don't know if you can see it or not up close. It's hard for me to see it, but maybe you could see it just fine. But and that door, there's a door they on there, and it's open right now. And all I got to do is close it and keep them in there. Well, I'm gonna do the same kind of idea to get the meat chickens in there. I'll be able to close it off, but then when I'm after I slaughter them, I'll be able to open the door, and the chickens can have access to the whole coop again. So they'll only kind of you know, be closed off to that for, you know, 2 months. You know what I mean? And 2 months out the year, because I probably only need to do that once a year with the meat chickens. It all depends on how many I buy. This will be my first year doing it, so of course I'll figure that out. I'm probably going to buy 25 or 30 of them and start off with that, and get that in my freezer. And along with the quail, I'll be having quail and chicken in the freezer. And then another thing that I'm going to be working on too, you guys, is along my house back here, along the house there, I'm gonna make cages for rabbits and begin to start raising meat rabbits. So that's going to be another thing. So these are going to be three animals that I could grow to in my yard, in my city lot, a small yard here. My lot's only 55 feet wide, and from the front to the back, it's 120. So my house is a small house. It's only 30 feet wide, and so then that brings you down to 90 feet, and you got the front and the back. So I think probably got maybe, I don't know, maybe 50 feet right here in the backyard. So maybe my backyard's like 50 by 55. You know what I mean? I don't know, something like that. It's gonna be close to that. Maybe 40 by 55, maybe. But anyway, that's the size of my yard, and I'll be able to show you what I'm growing here, meat-wise, food-wise, and maybe it could help you guys out. So I'll be having quail, chicken, and rabbits, and I've raised rabbits before and used to sell them to pet stores, and so I kind of got, you know, a little bit experience when it comes to the rabbits. So that's where I'm at with that, you guys. So I don't know how soon I'm gonna be starting with the rabbits. Probably soon, but I got on the priority list, it's last, okay, right now. So the first things first. Probably incubator, greenhouse, and you know, the chicken coop for the meat chickens. Those are like top priority. I guess if I had to pick one, had to be first out of all of it, it'd be the incubator, because I'm gonna start getting eggs very soon, and I'm gonna need to start dealing with that. And so I'm trying to figure out a place also that when I have the brooder box, I mean the incubator, I'm sorry, when I have my incubator, where I'm actually going to set that up at. I know a lot of people do this stuff indoors, okay? I'm not doing it indoors. I don't want to do it indoors. I don't want I don't want this stuff in my house. I have a small house. I don't have room to do all that. So now I do have my shop back here, which I am. Uh, I have started cleaning things out because I want to get the shop converted over to a maybe where I would have an incubator in there, but also want to do microgreens, and so that needs to be indoors, and so I could get my shop, a portion of my shop, not the whole shop, but a portion of it set up to grow microgreens. So that's another thing. See, there's a lot of things, you guys, that we can do. Just because we live in the city doesn't mean we can't eat off the land. We can't grow our own food. We can't be self-sufficient, or maybe not totally self-sufficient, but grow enough stuff where you're eating healthy and getting healthier. And man, you'll notice a major change in your body when you start eating right. We've been eating right for a while, but we've really been cracking down because I've always been growing food for probably the last 30 years. But we've always, ate a lot of junk that we wasn't supposed to eat also. And now we're cutting all that out, and we're noticing our bodies are changing for the better, and we're getting healthier and healthier. Amen? And so I noticed like I got bad knees, and I'm noticing a change. I'm noticing how my knees are slowly having less pain. I'm having more flexibility. I'm getting around better. And I know it's just because of cutting out a lot of the junk that we were eating, and we were eating more healthy. And really, it's not hard. It's not hard to do it all. Not hard to do it all. That's why you'll see me posting things, well, not so much on YouTube, and maybe I might make some videos, but on my Facebook page, I'm always posting dishes that I'm making and cooking with the bok choy and with zucchini, with just different things, and I show dishes we make because we're exploring and learning to make new dishes. So you're not always eating the same thing, because that was with me going on the diet. Let's say you only would find certain things to eat. You'd lose weight for a little while, and then all of a sudden you would kind of plateau off. You wouldn't lose any more weight. Well, because really you're not supposed to keep eating the same thing over and over and over again. And so what we're doing, we're finding ways to make different dishes, to eat different things, to make this type of lifestyle more pleasant, more exciting, and more beneficial for us, so that we would continue in it and could keep on doing it and enjoy it at the same time. You don't want to be doing this, you don't enjoy what you're eating. I mean, come on, we have to eat. We have to eat. And so I want to eat things I like to eat. I want to eat things that taste good. I want to enjoy what I'm eating. So anyway, join along with us on this venture, you guys, on this journey. It's somewhat new for us because we're really cracking down and getting serious on growing things. The blue tarp behind me, because we were getting all this rain, a lot of wind and all, I went ahead and set this tarp up around. I know it's ugly looking. My wife probably don't like it. I don't care for it either. But I don't have it up there permanent. I have it just hanging on screws. I'll be able to take it down. And when the weather gets kind of bad like this, I can put it up. So it'd be something that I can do just to help block wind and rain, and usually basically just in the cold season, in the winter here when this happens. I'll probably definitely won't have it up during the spring and the summer and most of the fall. I wouldn't even have this up, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it up for the winter. It's going to help protect the birds. Even though, they're pretty hardy, the quail, they're pretty hardy. They full feathered out now. They can handle the weather. They already have. I haven't lost one quail I had purchased 26 of them Thanksgiving Day. I haven't lost one. They all grown, almost full grown now. Nice size. They're nice sized birds. Let's see if we can get a look in here. See them? Yeah. Yeah, so they nice size. I don't think they get a whole lot bigger. I think they get a little bit bigger. And so anyway, here we go, guys. So be seeing you on the next video. Hopefully in the next video I'll be working on a project. More than likely the incubator. That would be probably #1 on my priority list. And then #2 is probably going to be the greenhouse, because the meat chickens, that's going to be, you know, I already have the roof, everything. I mean, it's going to be very easy to close that in and get the chickens ordered. I just, to do my greenhouse, I got a lot I got to clear out, get things ready to do. And I'll show you what I'm doing with that. And so, all right, you guys, till the next video, you guys be blessed, okay?